According to Carl Jung, nothing in the universe is a coincidence. The people we meet, the events that happen in our lives, everything is a reflection of our inner world. In this video, we dive deeper into the law of resonance, exploring who we meet and why, and the meaning of these encounters in our lives. The first is no coincidence. Carl Jung, who claimed that nothing in the universe is a coincidence, did not believe that the people we meet in life are simply the result of chance. For him, every encounter is an expression of spiritual resonance. The invisible bond that unites us operates in a predetermined order deep in the subconscious. People, events, and all the moments that touch our lives are part of a greater whole that our conscious mind cannot perceive. Beyond time, space, and circumstance, every interaction occurs in response to an inner calling. Every person we meet is a reflection of our inner world. Sometimes it indicates a lack, sometimes a completion. These encounters, even if they seem simple and insignificant at first glance, are in fact inevitable stops on our spiritual path. Jung's concept of synchronicity helps us understand the meaning of these seemingly random events. Synchronicity is the occurrence of two events that are in a meaningful connection without any physical cause and effect. So, meeting someone is not just an external event, but also an echo of an internal calling. Moments that we consider coincidences are actually moments when the deep essence of life winks at us. The universe always arranges encounters that correspond to the purity of our soul, even if we are not aware of it. This message can be a call to develop a new perspective, break old patterns, or overcome internal barriers. For example, meeting someone who is emotionally distant and constantly presents him or herself as strong is actually an opportunity to recognize one's own weaknesses. Likewise, some people who come into our lives can fill the emotional void that arises within us by showing love and compassion. As a result, each person we meet is a teacher and an archetype on our spiritual path. The ability to understand the meaning of these encounters not only shapes individual consciousness, but also allows us to recognize the universal connection, our common ground with humanity. People and experiences are tools that help us understand ourselves as a whole and ultimately discover ourselves more deeply. 4. Unconscious attraction. In Carl Jung's understanding of psychology, the unconscious is not just an area where forgotten memories or repressed emotions are stored. It is a deep and dynamic aspect of a human's psychological structure. Jung emphasized that the unconscious is one of the cornerstones of individual psychology and argued that the forces that develop in this area shape the interaction of individuals with the outside world. The unconscious often acts as an invisible force, leaving traces in our lives that we are not even aware of. These unconscious forces are a collection of inner motives such as emotions, beliefs, desires, and fears. Many people perceive the unconscious as simply a repository of negative, repressed memories. But according to Jung, the unconscious is also a source of creative and transformative power. Not only is it hidden in the dark corners of the inner world, but also has the potential to accelerate personal development. In the context of the law of resonance, the role of the unconscious is very important because the vibrations of our inner world shape the people and events around us.